The scene begins with our protagonists, John and Jane Smith, a seemingly ordinary couple seeking the help of a marriage counselor. Their relationship has become so monotonous and stagnant that they can't remember exactly how long they've been married, estimating between 5 and 6 years. The last time they were intimate is a mystery to both of them. When asked how they met, they recall that their first encounter was in Colombia, where, traveling alone, they pretended to be together to evade local police scrutiny. John introduced himself as a construction executive, while Jane claimed to work in technical support. They fell in love quickly and decided to get married. However, in the present, their communication is minimal, and their attempts at conversation dissolve within minutes. Days later, John returns alone to the counselor and confesses that despite their struggles, he still loves Jane. Meanwhile, Jane downplays their marital issues, but admits they are both keeping secrets from each other. These secrets soon come to light. John and Jane are secret agents working for different agencies and are considered the best in their fields, eliminating targets with surgical precision. To maintain appearances, they attend social events in their neighborhood despite their complete lack of interest. Each hides weapons and equipment in their home without the other noticing. Under the cover of a construction firm, John receives a mission: eliminate Benjamin Dans, also known as the Tank, a prisoner of the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, deemed a threat to the agency's operations. At the same time, Jane receives the same order and sets up an ambush with explosives to destroy the convoy transporting Benjamin. Before activating them, she spots an approaching vehicle, failing to recognize the driver. Noting that he is armed, she fires at him, but he survives. In the heat of action, John accidentally detonates the explosives, destroying the site. Jane escapes on a motorcycle while John finds only a laptop among the wreckage. He seeks out his friend Eddie and reports that a woman sabotaged his mission, while Jane, frustrated, receives an ultimatum from her boss. She has 48 hours to find the culprit or face consequences. Analyzing the laptop, John discovers an address in New York and, upon investigating, realizes it belongs to the company where Jane works. He understands that she is not who she claimed to be. Jane also discovers the truth about him after watching footage of the confrontation. They subtly confront each other during dinner, both hiding their real intentions and suspecting the other has been assigned to eliminate them. The tension peaks when John grabs a gun, but Jane flees in her car. He attempts to stop her and, in an action-packed moment, jumps onto the vehicle to avoid being run over. Jane abandons the car, which crashes into a fence. While Jane receives advice from a friend to eliminate John, he shares his suspicions with Eddie and concludes that Jane may have been assigned to expose him. Both decide to act before the other can attack. Jane sends her team to raid John's house, confiscating his hidden weapons. Furious, he storms Jane's office, only to find that she had anticipated his move. Realizing the imminent threat, Jane orders her team to evacuate and escapes. Determined to find answers, John searches the wreckage of Jane's office, gathering evidence, while Eddie insists that eliminating her is the only solution. The hunt is now personal, and John decides to track down and strike Jane's team directly. Interestingly, in this movie starring Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, the characters also discover they have been sent to kill each other. The chemistry between the leads was so intense that the film generated significant media buzz, even affecting the actors' personal lives. In the context of the story, an intriguing moment is when John and Jane uncover the truth, but choose not to confront each other directly, showcasing the level of distrust their professional secrecy has imposed on their marriage. If I were in this situation, I would avoid direct confrontation and seek a way to expose the truth strategically, perhaps using technology to intercept communications. However, given the escalating rivalry, a showdown seems inevitable. John arrives at the building where Jane is but, attempting to use the elevator, discovers she had already anticipated his move and disabled it. He contacts her, and she warns him to leave the city, threatening to blow up the elevator if he insists. Defying the threat, he provokes her to follow through. Despite her hesitation, Jane detonates the explosives, seemingly killing John. However, he survives in a neighboring elevator, unbeknownst to her. Distressed by the possibility of his death, Jane tries to find him. In a hotel, shaken and alone, she cries for him until John unexpectedly appears and, without hesitation, says he wants a divorce. The tension between them escalates, and after mutual threats, John invites Jane to dance. During the dance, they disarm each other and realize they may have been mere disguises for one another. Feeling betrayed, Jane leaves the room, but John suspects she still has a plan. He is proven right. Jane creates a distraction with explosives and escapes into the crowd. While fleeing, John discovers an explosive in his pocket and discards it at the last second. The chase between them continues, with John threatening Jane, who does not take his words seriously. Now aware of her profession, he seeks to know whether their love was real or just part of the job. Jane, without fully clarifying, states that he was just a cover. Deeply frustrated, John returns home at the same time as Jane, but she outmaneuvers him and locks the doors. The cat and mouse game intensifies inside the house, culminating in a brutal fight that completely wrecks their home. In a decisive moment, they face each other with guns drawn. Jane dares John to shoot, but he realizes he can't kill her. Their feelings prevail, and in a moment of redemption, they kiss, only to be interrupted by worried neighbors reacting to the chaos inside their home. After sending them away, the couple finally reveals all their truths to each other. Before they can process the situation, they are attacked by unknown forces and seek refuge. While preparing to defend themselves, they discover they both received the same order: eliminate each other within 48 hours. They soon realize their employers decided to exterminate them instead. With an explosion destroying their home, John and Jane escape in a neighbor's car. While driving, Eddie, an acquaintance of John, is approached with a $400,000 bounty for their heads, but refuses the offer. In the car, the couple shares more secrets. John admits he never studied at MIT but majored in history, and Jane confesses she never cooked, hiring someone to do it. Additionally, she reveals her wedding day parents were actors, as she is an orphan. In the midst of this exchange of truths, they realize they are being pursued by vehicles sent by their agencies. Jane tries to fight back, but soon allows John to take the wheel and lead the action, eliminating the pursuers one by one. Meeting with Eddie, he explains that they are targets because a couple of agents from rival organizations cannot coexist. He suggests they either separate or find another way to survive. Determined to protect their marriage, they decide to kidnap Benjamin, the key figure in the conspiracy against them. The couple devises a plan to capture Benjamin, who is under heavy security. John infiltrates the location while Jane assists remotely. The operation is a success, and upon interrogating him, Benjamin reveals that they were targeted due to their union, as it jeopardized the company's interests. More than that, he was merely a pretext for John and Jane to eliminate each other. When they find a tracker on him, it is too late. They are attacked once again. Facing the situation, they choose to fight together, realizing that running would mean living in constant danger. The final battle unfolds with intense action, and both demonstrate their combined skills, eliminating the attackers and proving that even as adversaries, they make a formidable duo. If I were in John's position, instead of challenging Jane to blow up the elevator, I would try to anticipate her moves and predict her next step. One interesting detail in this story is how the two, even while trying to kill each other, still share a strong bond, showing that love and rivalry can coexist in a chaotic and intense way. Now, if you were in one of the characters' shoes, would you trust your partner after discovering they had lied about their entire life? Let me know in the comments. Take care, and see you next time.